Welcome into Cozy's Ghost Adventures. Tonight I'm going to tell you a story. It's called The Island of the Shadows. Some familiar faces that you guys must know. So, Cozy, Kate, J-Hook, Buzz, and Michelle. I'll say it again. Cozy, Kate, J-Hook, Buzz, and Michelle were looking for an adventure unlike any other they ever had in their lives. After months of planning and saving, they stumbled upon an intriguing advertisement. Private Island Escape. Exclusive. Remote with unique wildlife experiences. The brochure promised of an untouched, never before seen island, far away from civilization, where they would encounter the famous, albeit elusive creatures of the wild. Bigfoots and bears. Bigfoots and bears, oh my. But with the twist, the animals were said to be friendly. Skeptical but intrigued, the group of friends decided to take the plunge, for they never had met each other in real life. They were only YouTube friends at this point. So anyways, they're like, let's do it. Let's do it. They arrived by boat in the late afternoon, the sun dipping low in the sky, casting long shadows across the dense forest. The island, enveloped in mist, had a very eerie, ancient feel to it. Very ancient feel to it. As the boat docked, and the group of Cozy, Buzz, J-Hook, Michelle, and Kate arrived, they were met by a local guide. His name was PETA. He's a wiry man with a weathered face. PETA, he warned the group in a hushed tone, you'll see them soon enough. The Bigfoots and the bears. Don't let them get too close, PETA said. They're curious creatures, but they have their own ways about them, each and every one of them. Well, with a cryptic farewell, PETA, the guy, disappeared, leaving the group all alone on the island to get to explore each other for the first time ever. The first night was uneventful. Buzz, Kate, Michelle, and J-Hook laughed and drank some beers, cooked some steak over the fire that they created. It was incredible. Save for the howling wind and the sound of creatures rustling in the trees. The rented cabin was rustic, but it was charming. And the friends joked around, enjoying their time away from the chaos of everyday life as the night progressed. As the night fell, the isolation started to set in. The air grew cooler rapidly, and the shadows seemed to stretch unnaturally longer than you could ever imagine in your entire life, making it feel as though something or someone was watching them. Kate, number one, ever the skeptic, laughed of their unease. Probably just some wild animals. Hee 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 hee. Bears, Bigfoot, whatever. I want to see a bear, Kate said, for that was her favorite spirit animal. Although she is now starting to get into wolves as well. Oh! But whatever, we're safe here. Her words were hollow even to her. The others weren't as sure as the great old Kate. Around, you guessed it, midnight, a loud guttural growl shattered the silence. Buzz froze with a buzzball in her mouth as she just put on her glasses for the first time that day. Her eyes were very wide. Did you guys hear that? Her voice was barely a whisper at this point. The sound came again, very closer this time, followed by the unmistakable rustling of leaves in the forest. Michelle, her face began to get very pale at that point. Grabbed Kate's arm. What is it? What is it? That thing is huge! Before they could even react, the door to the cabin creaked open slowly. Standing in the threshold was a creature. Massive figure with thick, matted fur and eyes that gleamed in the moonlight. Pitch black, stone cold killer eyes. It was most certainly a Bigfoot, standing to be almost 10 feet tall. His posture towering and wide, big, broad shoulders. It wasn't aggressive, though, but his presence was very overwhelming, as you can imagine. Its gaze fixed intently on the group. J-Hook, always the brave one, except for Cozy, of course, stepped forward. Hey, buddy, you good? You good, bro? You good? I want to make sure you're good. He called out, trying to seem calm. The Bigfoot made no move, but the sound of its heavy breathing filled the room as he watched them intently. Then, from the shadows of the trees came another sound, even louder this time. It was a bear, a huge grizzly bear, very imposing, ambled toward the cabin, as Bigfoot was also onlooking. He stepped a few feet away, looked at the group curiously, his black eyes gleaming in the dim light. Kate was very excited because she was like, oh my God, this is like my dream. I always wanted to see a bear. And everyone's like, shh, quiet, Kate. I don't know if I'm comfortable with this, said Michelle. Her voice was shaking in absolute terror. But Kate, sensing no immediate danger, of course, took a cautious step forward. I think they just wanted us to check them out, right? I want to pet it, she said. I just want to pet it. Maybe take a ride on it around the rotary. You know, go up to the shoreline, catch some fish, teach it how to catch fish or whatever. But just as she spoke, the Bigfoot slowly reached out a hand, a big furry paw, brushing against the doorframe. His massive fingers were surprisingly gentle, which was cool, although it were attempting to touch or understand the humans before it for the first time, for no one has ever been, no humans have ever been on this island. The bear sat down on his haunches, still watching them very intently. Okay, the moments that stretched on, a strange silence hanging in the air after that. It was though the island itself had gone very still, the world holding its breath, suffocating the island. Then, without warning, a shriek cut through the night, sending a chill down not only Kate's spine, but everyone's spine once again. The Bigfoot's posture immediately shifted. His shoulders were tensed up. The bear rose from the ground, its massive paws making thudding sounds against the earth. Both creatures turned toward the sound, their movement swift and deliberate. What the fuck was that? J-Hook whispered. Before anyone could respond, the ground beneath them seemed to tremble. The Bigfoot, surprisingly agile for its size, took a few steps back into the trees, started to retreat. Do that Bigfoot retreat. Back that ass up. Backing that ass up. Followed by the bear next. Backing that ass up. Who seemed equally unsettled at this point in time. Then, everyone saw it. They saw it. A shadowy figure emerged from the forest. It was tall but more sinister. Its silhouette was long and distorted. What? Like a man, but not quite. It had a hollow, haunting presence that seemed to suck the warmth from the damn air. The creature didn't move like the Bigfoot or the bear at all. It was very unsettling. It moved with a purpose. Each and every step was very deliberate, as though it was hunting something or someone. The group froze, unable to move or speak a lick. The strange figure stepped closer. Its eerie presence was very suffocating for everybody involved. The Bigfoot and the bear, sensing something far more darker and deeper and not cool, they were observing from the trees at this point. They did not intervene. With a voice sounding like cracking of old wood, and a figure spoke. A figure now spoke. You shouldn't be here. The group of Cozy, Buzz, Michelle, and company had time to react before the island seemed to come alive with movement. Strange! Otherworldly sounds filled the air, the rustling of trees, the whispering of voices. Hello. The howling of the wind. The shadows seemed to grow deeper and more oppressive as the time went on. The Bigfoot, its eyes still watching the group. At this point, maybe to help them, maybe, just maybe, made a low rumbling sound in its throat. The bear stood its fucking ground, though. But neither animal made a move to protect the humans. The figure leaned closer. The island, guys. The island. It's not what it seems. You are trespassers in a place forgotten by time. Suddenly, the sky overhead, seemed to crack with lightning. It scared the shit out of everybody. Literally. Unbelievable. The Bigfoot and the bear turned to retreat, and they disappeared. The group was left standing in a stunned silence. The chill of the island was more now pronounced than ever. That's right. Buzz swallowed hard. Her voice was very audible. Did we almost just die, guys? Michelle shook her head in disbelief. I don't know, but I'm not staying here to find out, she said. J. Hook, though shaken, looked to Kate. We need to leave now. Cozy was like, fuck that, guys. We ain't just leaving yet. We have to go to the mainland and drink a few more ginger ales and throw out our rods. We have to catch a shiner fish. Remember? That was the whole intention to begin with. Let's all have a few more cold ginger ales and then we can leave. But as they rushed to gather their things, the ground beneath them trembled again. Cozy stayed back and had his ginger ale. Of course he did. And now the Bigfoot came back, towering and imposing at this point. Emerged from the shadows again when we thought he was gone forever. Its gaze locked eyes with theirs, everyone's eyes, except for Cozy, because he was in the back drinking his ginger ale. This time, though, there was a deeper understanding in his eyes about what was going on. It nodded slowly, as giving them permission to leave, or perhaps warning them of something worse that might come if they stayed. That's right. The group did not need another word. Cozy finally finished his ginger ale and came back to the group. They sprinted towards the boat, the mist swirling around them. Everyone's hearts were pounding. The island was very silent and menacing at the same time. It loomed behind them as they crossed the water. No one looked back after that. Except for Cozy. He was like, I'm going to go back there someday for sure. Everyone else never spoke of the island again. But sometimes, when the wind howls just right, all of the group can hear. They swear they can hear the wind howls and the faint wall of something deep in the mist that is much scarier and more inferior than a fun, big grizzly bear and a 10-foot tall Sasquatch. The end. That is the Island of the Shadows. If you like that, hit the like button, subscribe. If you want more stories like this, comment down below. See you on the next one. Bye.